Clovis Nelson said he hoped one good thing might come from his daughter's arrest. Maybe, he thought, Broward County's felony mental health court could help Kathryn, who was diagnosed with schizophrenia soon after graduating from Coconut Creek High School.
When I first heard about the mental health court, I thought to myself, oh, this might be a situation where, she will get help, real help. Instead, it turned out to be a penal process.
Kathryn Nelson was trapped in this parallel court system for 6 years, too sick to stand trial, but never set free by prosecutors. In a 6-month investigation, the Sun-Sentinel found that defendants in Broward County's felony mental health court spend more than 6 times longer in the criminal court system than those in regular court, an average of more than 3 years compared to 6 months. Nearly a third of them, like Kathryn Nelson, spend 5 or more years in mental health court without being convicted. Even Ari Porth, one of the 2 judges who preside over the court, acknowledges that it's troubled.
There are some people I just feel like we're wasting a tremendous amount of resources. They're not learning anything new. They might not ever learn anything new. So we're just spinning our wheels.
Broward County's mental health court launched 12 years ago with a dual goal, treating mentally ill defendants while holding them accountable for their alleged crimes. The Sun-Sentinel found a system built on good intentions has gone awry. Reporters found the problem starts with the Broward State Attorney's Office, which for years has refused to drop most cases against people too sick to face their charges until forced to let go by the state. Prosecutors pursued charges against Nelson, even after the judge on her case urged them to drop it. Police arrested Nelson in 2009 when she was a 20-year-old Broward College student. Nelson snatched a woman's purse on a public bus, then quickly dropped it. Nothing was taken and no one was hurt.
She had no criminal record. She was a scholar, a bright student up until all of this happened.
Prosecutors dropped Nelson's 6-year-old case in November after the Sun-Sentinel raised questions about it. Broward State Attorney Michael J. Satz declined to comment on camera for the story, but promised to examine any long cases brought to his attention. Certainly, mental health court is not perfect, Satz told the Sun-Sentinel. That's why we were thinking, what else can we do? Prosecutors said defendants who fake or exaggerate mental illness in the hope of avoiding prison time are responsible for delays in some cases. Prosecutors also said holding on to charges allows the court to supervise mentally ill defendants, provide them access to treatment, and ensure public safety. Jeff Marcus, an assistant state attorney, said, quote, "If you dismiss the case, what's protecting the community? Nothing." Felony mental health court judge Mark Spicer said he was frustrated by the length of time some defendants spend in the system.
There's a lot of people that are just going on and on and on, under the court supervision. But I'm not the prosecutor and I'm not the legislature.
Joshua Stein's parents struggled to understand how their mentally ill son ended up facing felony grand theft and burglary charges after taking a red-footed tortoise from the South Florida Wildlife Center and later returning it. Their son's childhood passion for turtles and tortoises had followed him into adulthood. Diagnosed as bipolar, he lived with his parents because he couldn't manage his illness on his own. He threw himself into collecting and breeding turtles and tortoises, filling his parents' sunrise backyard with them.
Joshua Stein was someone that had a mental illness, but was a caring individual. And because he was a caring individual, he acted the way he did. Where is the public safety threat for someone like Joshua Stein?
In felony mental health court, caseworkers complained to Judge Spicer that Stein was uncooperative and adversarial. They said they didn't know whether he was taking appropriate medications. Judge Spicer ordered Stein to wear an ankle monitor and placed him under house arrest after he repeatedly missed meetings and failed to follow caseworkers' instructions. Spicer told the Sun-Sentinel the court requirements were intended to help Stein, not punish him. But Stein's parents said mental health court only hurt their son. The ankle monitor, they noted, didn't even permit him to go into the backyard to feed his beloved turtles.
Instead of helping and treating him, they did the exact opposite.
From what I've heard,
they made him feel worse and exasperated the whole system.
Stein died of an accidental drug overdose in December of 2014 before he could stand trial. For more than a year, mental health advocates in Broward have urged prosecutors to start sending mentally ill defendants facing minor charges to treatment instead of court.
Bottom line is, somebody did not commit a violent crime, they're mentally ill, you know that they're never going to be restored to a full sense of competence. Why are we playing this stupid game?
In December, the Broward State Attorney's Office kicked off such a program, modeling it after the 8-year-old felony diversion court in Miami-Dade County. Miami-Dade sent nearly 1,000 mentally ill defendants for treatment rather than prosecuting them. Judge Steve Leifman helped create that program.
If we can prevent people from getting sicker and keeping them out of the criminal justice system, it's going to do a lot of things. It's going to improve our public safety. It's going to save the taxpayers a lot of money. And equally, if not most importantly, it's going to give people with mental illnesses an opportunity for recovery, hope, and lives.
Broward's new program may divert as many as 60 mentally ill people into treatment programs over 5 months. But it fails to address the biggest problem the Sun Sentinel found: the length of time people like Kathryn Nelson get trapped in the court system.
Why should we care if someone has cancer? Why should you care if someone has a heart attack? Is there any difference? It's discrimination, not to. It's offensive. They're just illnesses. And it's not willpower. They didn't wish to be born with schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. They're not bad people. They're just sick.